Welcome, Westchester. Who's wearing their green today? Let's see. Did you get your Guinness? Or Jameson? Or Bailey's? It's all out there. Welcome. How many of you are new? Awesome. Congratulations. Welcome to the best show in town. You're going to love this afternoon. Just want to highlight a few things coming up. We have the Breakers. It's a Tom Petty tribute. I think there's 6 tickets left. If you're lucky, it's Thursday, March 27th. We have AM radio, lots of good stuff coming, on Saturday, March 29th. And then we have Tom Rush coming on April 2nd. It's a Wednesday night. I know, we got to come out on a Wednesday night. So we've got a great afternoon of our songs. Put your hands together. Welcome the Whiskey Rovers.
We good? We good, Uptown? Oh, the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. You know, some of us boys got loaded drunk and we ain't got sober yet. As long as a bottle was passed around, everyone was feeling gay. Oh, Leary came with the bagpipes, the music for to play. Hey, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin or shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. As Mrs. Murphy sat in the corner pouring out her grief, Kelly and his gang came tearing down the street. They went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey stole. They put that bottle with the corpse to keep that whiskey cold. Hey, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin or shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. About 2 o'clock in the morning, after emptying the jug, old Doyle rolls up the icebox lid to see poor Patty's mug. We stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. And at 2:15, we argued it was 9. That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin or shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Here we go! Hearse on Georgia Street outside some damn saloon. They all walked in at 8:30 and staggered out at noon. They went up to that graveyard so holy and sublime. Found out when they got there they'd left the corpse behind. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin or shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Well, it's good to be back uptown. How are y'all doing? We're just talking downstairs. This is our fourth St. Patrick's Day concert here at Uptown, and we're excited to be back. Thank you very much. Gonna get into a sailing song for you now. In the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail from the cold Cay of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. We'd an elegant craft, she was rigged fore and aft, and how the trade winds drove her. She had 23 masts, and she stood several blasts, and we called her the Irish Rover. There was Barney McGee from the banks of the Lee. There was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Johnny McGurk, who was scared stiff of work, and a chap from Westmeath named Malone. There was Slugger O'Toole, who was drunk as a rule, and Fightin' Bill Tracy from Dover, and your Matt McMahon from the banks of the Fan was the skipper on the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags of the best Sligo rags. We had 2 million barrels of bone. We had 3 million bales of oat nanny goats' tails. We had 4 million barrels of stone. We had 5 million hogs and 6 million dogs and 7 million barrels of porter. We had 8 million sides of a blind horse's hides in the hold of the Irish Rover. We had sailed 7 years when the measles broke out, and our ship lost her way in the fog. But in the whole of the crew was reduced down to 2. 'Twas myself and the captain's old dog. Oh, dog. But then the ship struck a rock. Oh, Lord, what a shock. And nearly tumbled over. Turned 9 times around. And the poor dog was drowned. I'm the last of the Irish Rover. Thank you very much. Here we are on St. Patrick's Day Eve. Glad to be back with you here at Uptown, the Whiskey Rovers. And we're going to take you through the gamut of all the best types of Irish drinking folk songs. Well, the favorite category being drinking. We're going to do a drinking song for you right now. Well, let grasses grow and waters flow in the free and easy way. But give me enough of the fine old stuff that's made near Galway Bay. And policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim too. We'll give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the real old Mountain Dew. Hi-de-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-do-ride, diddly-hi, hey. Hi-de-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-do-ride, diddly-hi, hey. At the foot of the hill, there's a neat little still where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the whip of the smell, you can plainly tell there's poaching brewing nearby. Well, it fills the air with an odor rare, but betwixt both me and you, when home we roll, we'll drink a bowl or a bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi-de-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-doodly-hi-lum, diddly-do-ride, diddly-hi, hey. high. Oh, that sweet poutine from Ireland green, distilled from wheat and rye. Throw away your pills, it'll cure all ills. Be a pagan or Christian or Jew. Take off your coat and grease your throat with a pail of the Mountain Dew. Hi-diddly-hi-dum, diddly-diddly-hi-dum, diddly-doo, right, diddly-hi, hey. 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 Thank you very much. You're a great crowd. We're glad to be back here. Matt's going to take vocals on a couple of songs now. We're getting into the vein of work songs. Work songs were designed to establish synchronization. So you heard them on the decks of ships. You heard them certainly on chain gangs. And throughout, work song is an ancient type of song. So you're trying to achieve synchronization. You're trying to improve morale. And as any good capitalist will tell you, you're trying to increase productivity. So the faster the song, supposedly the more work that gets done. So Matt, tell us about this one.
All right. Well, we play this pretty much every year, and I'm happy that my mother is back in the audience, and I'm going to put her on the spot here. She contacted me like 2 weeks ago, and the name of the song is The Weavers, and my mother is a weaver, and she has a new shawl that she made especially for today. Would you mind show that off, all right? There we go. Getting in the spirit. Thank you, House Lights. Very nice. So, I love you, Mom. Thank you for coming out, and thanks for all the nifty work that you do. I've got more scarves and hats than people could imagine, so next year we're going to be auctioning them off or something. We'll do. Anyway, all right, so this one's for you. All right, here we go. The Weavers. We're all in this together, to sit and to crack, with our glasses in our hands and our work upon our backs. There's nay a trade among them that can no to Mac. If it wasn't for the work of the weavers, if it wasn't for the weavers, what would you do? You wouldn't have a coat that's made of wool. You wouldn't have a coat of the black or the blue, if it wasn't for the work of the weavers. There's soldiers and there's sailors and glaziers and all. There's doctors and there's ministers and them that live by law, and friends of South America, through them they never saw. But we can win the work of the weavers. If it wasn't for the weavers, what would you do? You wouldn't have a coat that's made of wool. You wouldn't have a coat or the black or the blue, if it wasn't for the work of the weavers. Is a trade that can never fail, as long as we need clothes for to keep another hail. So let us all be merry with a bicker of good ale, and we'll went to the work of the weavers. If it wasn't for the weavers, what would you do? You wouldn't have a coat that's made of wool. You wouldn't have a coat of the black or the blue, if it wasn't for the work of the weavers. would you do? You wouldn't hay a coat that's made of wool. You wouldn't hay a coat or the black or the blue if it wasn't for the work of the weavers. If it wasn't for the weavers, what would you do? You wouldn't hay a coat that's made of wool. You wouldn't hay a coat for the black or the blue if it wasn't for the work of the weavers.
That's Matt Kresge. So these guys know and suffer through all my favorite little idiosyncrasies when it comes to music, but I'm fascinated with the 6 degrees of separation. Who has worked with who has played with who's written who for what. A few weeks ago, Roberta Flack passed away. You may have seen that, soul singer Roberta Flack. And she had a hit with the song The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Do you remember that? It was used in a Clint Eastwood movie, Play Misty for Me. I think it might have even won an Oscar, but I know it was a Grammy winner for sure. Well, that song was written by a guy named Ewan MacColl. And actually, Ewan MacColl's real name is James Henry Miller. He's a poet and an actor, was a poet and an actor and a producer and a socialist and kind of a badass. But he also wrote this next song that we're going to do. We're going to feature Matt on vocals. I know that. It's so funny you think I didn't know that.
Okay. I thought this guy wrote the next song after this one. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
So yeah, Matt's gonna lead us in a song. I'll get back to that story. Shall we, Matt?
I'm so confused. But anyway. All right.
Song about leaving home.
All right. Fare thee well, my own true love. I am going far away. I am bound for California, but I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love, and I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee, I am bound on a Yankee ship. Davy Crockett is her name, and Burgess is the captain of her, and they say she is a floating hail. So fare thee well, my own true love, and if I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Sailed with birds once before, and I think I know him well. If a man's a sailor, he will get along. If he's not, then it surely he'll be hell. Oh, fare thee well, my own true love, and I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee, and the sun is over the harbor, love, and I wish I could remain, for I know it will be such a long, long time before I will see
So, James Henry Miller, the guy I was telling you about, yeah. He has a great quote. But I used to have a fridge magnet with this quote on it. It says, "The aim of life is to live. And to live means to be aware. Gloriously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware." That's James Henry Miller. Ewan McCall wrote the song First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, and he also wrote this one, which was a kind of a hit for the Pogues. We lost Shane McGowan, lead singer for the Pogues, a couple years ago, but if you get a chance, check out the video for that song. But Matt's going to give us our rendition right now.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I hear a siren from the docks. Saw the train set the night on fire. As Mill Spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make me a fine sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. It's dirty old town, dirty old town. And I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, 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 dirty old town.
Matt Kresge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. How many people were here last year? How many people saw us here last year? All right. Anybody first time seeing the Whiskey Rovers? All right.
Wow.
You guys can shout. You don't have to raise your hand and go, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
That's how we do.
Well, welcome. All right, well, if you've been here before, you saw us as a trio, so we are lucky enough this year to add our great friend Craig Gonsi on the bass.
He really ups our handsome game, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at all that hair.
That's pretty much all he needed. That was the audition. All right. I saw I think it was a Saturday Night Live skit where it was oh, you're Irish, and they would say like, oh, do you know this person? Oh, I know this person, and it was the exact same experience I had when I went to Ireland. It was like, oh, the O'Donnell's a name or whatever, and it was like, oh, you're from this part of the country, and everybody seemed to know everyone. So we're trying to find the next person, the subject of our next song. It's called Maloney's Wife, and I don't know anything about Maloney, so it's quite possible 6 degrees of separation that we could find the whole story here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I know is that this is a fiddle tune, and we were looking for something instrumental to do. So we're gonna do a fiddle tune here. I'm gonna play it on the mandolin, and maybe we'll find out something about Maloney.
Mr. Ben Green.
It's much harder. It's much harder with the bow. I'm a total poser on this thing, but anyway.
Well, it's great to see a lot of old friends and neighbors here. I lived in Westchester for 12 years. I moved back to Ohio a little over a year ago. Oh, sweetness. Good to see you. Good to see the Rosses out there. Good to see the Stetlers here. Marilyn. Where are you, Marilyn? My old high school sweetheart.
I didn't hear this one. Hold on. Can we cut like the next 3 stories and elaborate on this?
All right, truth is we were both voted class clowns. And Reagan was in office, so that's when friends with benefits became a thing, so. I guess we never got much further than that, did we, Mayor? So this song is absolutely 100% autobiographical. I was born of Irish parents one day when I was young. That's how the Irish language became a native tongue. I was a pretty baby my mother bragged about. The girls would like to kiss me, God, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. I have itches in me britches, I wish they'd do it now. Now, when I was barely 6 days old, the girls would handle me. They'd clutch me to their bosom and bounce me on their knee. They'd rock me in the cradle and nobody'd make a row. They'd take me to the bedroom, God, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. I have itches in me britches, I wish they'd do it now. Now at 15 months, as fine a lad as ever you would see, the girls would like to follow me right down to the stream. They'd pipe their chains of flowers and drape them across me brow. They'd roll me in the clover, God, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. I have itches in me britches, I wish they'd do it now. Now the Dublin girls would call on me to swim when it was mild. Down to the river we would go to splash about a while. They'd splash the water on my head and rub me with a towel. They'd rub me nice all over, God, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. I have itches in me britches, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. I have itches in me britches, I wish they'd do it now. Yeah, sad state of affairs. Anybody know what this is? It's a washboard, that's right. Toss them up here, ladies. I'll do your laundry for you. So these next couple songs, we're going to get away from the sort of traditional stuff that we do, but not so much. These would both classify as modern-day shore songs. Now, again, a shore song is not to be confused with a sea shanty. A shanty is more like a work song. These songs, the shore songs, can be broken down even further into whether you were homeward bound or outward bound, depending on which way the ship was going. See. And these are the songs that the sailors, sang when they were ready for the big catch, or they wanted to go back home, or they were pining for their sweethearts. So these next two songs are modern-day versions of that. One is written by a guy who passed away, who was from New Brunswick up in Canada, and the other was written by a guy from New Jersey, who Matt will tell you more about that in a second.
Actually, Barrett's in C.
Okay, give me a C. Give me a C. Ready? The year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, else it Barrett, cried the town. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, the Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd a list to the port and her sails in rags, and the cook and the scuppers with the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the king's birthday we put to sea. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. We were 91 days to Montego pumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now, when a bloody great Yankee hove in sight with our cracked 4-pounders we made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. And I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, the Yankee lay low down with gold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She was broad and fat and loose in stays, but to catch her took the Antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. And I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. At length we stood 2 cables away. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, the Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Oh, Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main truck carried off both my legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. And now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Now here I sit in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. And I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Up! The song by Stan Rogers.
I'd like to point out, too, that Tom is the only one without cheat sheets up here, you know, and he knows, never misses a word, this guy. Impresses me every single year I play.
Thanks, Matt. I'm sweating, though.
Yeah, can you tell he's a theater guy, though, because you guys have those memories, and it's impressive. All right, so he was talking about a shore song before, which is what we just heard, and we're going to hear another one. And one day we were rehearsing a few years ago, and Tom just kind of started playing this song, and it kind of occurred to us that, hey, this is sort of a shore song, that we could kind of adapt this for the Whiskey Rovers set, and it would actually fit in some capacity. So I think most of you are going to know this. This is a Billy Joel song.
Is John Kresge here? John Kresge out there?
No John Kresge.
Of course he is. He lives there.
But
How about Billy Joel? Is Billy Joel?
is
Billy Joel here? I heard he was. Billy, you feeling better? I know you were a little.
That's great. So if you really think about this, you could adapt this and call this a shore song, a modern-day shore song. And it's just a beautiful song as it is anyway. So we're going to do it. This is the Downeaster Alexa. Say, I knew you guys would know it. All right. All right. Well, I'm on the Downeaster Alexa, and I'm cruising through Block Island Sound, and I have charted a course through the vineyard, but tonight I am Nantucket bound. We took on diesel back in Montauk yesterday, and left this morning from the Bell in Gardner's Bay. Like all the locals here, I've had to sell my home to proud to leave. I worked my fingers to the bone so I could own my Downeaster Alexa. And I go where the ocean is deep. And there are giants out there in the canyons, and a good captain can't fall asleep. Well, I've got bills to pay and children who need clothes. I know there's fish out there, but where God only knows. They say these waters aren't what they used to be, but I've got people back on land to count on me. So if you see my Downeaster Alexa, if you work with the rod and the reel, well, tell my wife I am trolling Atlantis, and I still have my hands on the wheel. Now I drive my Downeaster Alexa more and more miles from shore every year. But they tell me I can't sell no striper, and there's no luck in sword fishing here. I was a baby like my father was before. You can't make a living as a bayman anymore. There ain't much future for a man who works the sea. There ain't no island left for islanders like me. Hi-yi-yi-yo. Hi-yi-yi-yo. Hi-yi-yi-yo.
Hey, Kresge.
I'm telling you, Billy Joel, guy's amazing. Oh, I love you. I can't see you, but I don't know who said that, but anyway. My mom's right there. Unless she's throwing her voice.
All right, we're going to get into a song about rebelling. And this song mentions guys by name like James Larkin, Charles Stewart Parnell, total badass. We tune because we care. Appreciate the tuning. 2, 3, 4. I was born on a double let me hear you tell how you slammed the brave Parnell, how you fought him well and truly persecuted. And where are the sneers and jeers that you bravely let us hear as our heroes of 16 you executed? Oh, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won your medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away through the green and lonely lanes of Kilimanjaro. Oh, the time is coming fast, and the day is nearly past, when the traitor will be laid out before us. Aye, and if there be a need, oh, then my son will sing Godspeed, do a bar or two of Paddy Kelly's chorus. Well, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won your medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away through the green and lonely lanes of Kilimanjaro. Well, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won your medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away through the green and lonely lanes of Kilimanjaro. The Black and Tans. And I've not been to Ireland yet, but supposedly if you go to Ireland and you go to a pub, don't ask for a black and tan. I believe they call it a tan and black or a 50-50 over there. But yeah, black and tans were the British cops who kind of presided very unwantingly by the Irish population for centuries. Yeah, black and tans. It's the color of the uniforms they wore. So we're going to jump from Black Velvet Band, or from Black and Tans to Black Velvet Band. So you gotta sing along with this one. Sweet little waltz tempo. At least two. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprenticed in trade I was bound, and many's the hour of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town, until sad misfortune befell me and caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, to follow the Black Velvet Band. Here we go! Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. Nice! You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. As I was out strolling down Broadway, not meaning to stray very far, I met with a frolicsome damsel applying her trade at the bar, when a watch she pulled out of her pockets and placed it right into my hand. From the very first moment I met her, betrayed by the Black Velvet Band. Come on now! Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land, and she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. guilty. Oh, the case against you is quite clear. 7 long years is your sentence, right down to Van Diemen's Land. Far away from my friends and relations, farewell to the Black Velvet Band. Here we go, come on. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. One more time. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Nice work, Uptown. So, as Ben mentioned a bit ago, I think this is our 4th consecutive St. Patrick's Day concert here at Uptown. And we've had a couple different incarnations over there. I think Ben and I have been doing this one way or another for almost 2009, I think was the first time we started. We had our buddy Colin McKettrick was part of the lineup for a bit. Our friend Mike Hanley was part of the lineup. And then we were fortunate enough to get Matt Kresge on board. Give it up for Matt Kresge, ladies and gentlemen. And keep it going for my good friend Ben Green.
Thank you.
And the newest Whiskey Rover, Craig Concy on the bass. I'm Tom Wang, I'm a lucky fella. So we're gonna end this first set, catch up on our drinking. You can head to the bar to reload at intermission. And then I'm told at the very end of the show, you can have one more. There will be a last call after the show in the bar, and I'll be there. So we're gonna end this set with one of those songs that has all the elements of a good Irish folk song. Talks about leaving home, talks about rebelling, talks about broken heart, talks about drinking. As I was going over the Crook and Kenny Mountains, I spied Colonel Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, and then I drew me rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for I am your old deceiver. Mush-a-ring-dum-dum-dum. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, he counted out his money, and he made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket to take home to darling Jenny. She sighed and swore she loved me and she never would deceive me. But the devil take the woman, for they always lie so easy. Wish-a-ring-dum-dum-dum. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went into my chambers, all for to take a slumber, to dream of golden jewels, and sure it was no wonder. And Jenny drew me charges, and she filled them up with water, and called on Colonel Farrell to get ready for the slaughter. Mush-a-ring-dum-dum-dum. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, next morning early, before I rose to travel, up came a band of the one that's in the army. I don't know where he's stationed, at Cork or Killarney. Together we'll go rolling o'er the mountains of Kilkenny. I swear he'll treat me better than McGarland's Fort and Jenny. Oh, sure, whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some takes delight in the Harley and the bowling, and some takes delight in the carriages a-rolling, but we take delight in the juice of the barley and courting pretty maidens in the morning. Oh, so early, mushering-up-doo-dum-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Hushering-up-doo-dum-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Thank you, Uptown. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.